Johnson. We are here at your Kentucky Capitol on a beautiful day. As folks may know, the 2023 legislative session, the General Assembly got underway this week, and so our team has been here as we're continuing to work and lay the groundwork for what we think will be an important session with opportunities to strengthen parental rights, to strengthen Kentucky families, and just to see the Lord honored in the public policy of our Commonwealth. But I want to bring Michael in. So this is what is known as the short session this year. Michael, what does a short session mean?
Yeah, so it means it's 30 days that the legislators are actually in session. It finishes up in March. So how we get there is this week they meet for organizational purposes, procedures, establish kind of the rules for this session. So tomorrow's the last day of that, and then they'll come back on February 7th, and that's when kind of the real action begins as they start passing more bills, and you kind of get the classic debates on the bills and all of that action.
Yeah. So 30-day session. The session last year, the long session is 60 days. So we look forward, encourage folks to, this is an important time to get engaged with us, to go to our website at kentuckyfamily.org, get on our email list, get signed up as we certainly head into next month when they reconvene. We anticipate there'll be some important bills filed that we'll be closely watching. We'll be communicating about those, encouraging folks to engage with their legislators. As folks know, this was a redistricting year. We just came out of a re-election. There's a lot of new members in both the House and the Senate. So a good time to kind of reacquaint yourself with your both your state senator and your state legislator. But one of the things that folks have been talking a lot about was last night, Michael, the Governor Andy Beshear, gave what the governor typically does at the beginning of session, kind of gave a State of the Commonwealth update. And so we've been just following that to see what the governor had to say, and we had some concerns about some of the priorities, quote unquote, that he laid out that he thinks are important for the General Assembly to get passed, and we just wanted to highlight a couple of those from what the governor said last night.
Yeah. So unfortunately, the governor listed sports betting, legalizing that, and legalizing medical marijuana as top priorities for him that he hopes the legislature takes up.
Yeah, so if folks remember last session, those were two bills that we engaged a lot against. Obviously, we continue to have grave concerns about any further or any expansion of gambling. Certainly, the predatory nature of in the sports betting context. So we'll be watching that issue closely. Certainly, in a time when addictions and mental health and just so many other concerns going on, to be promoting an expansion of gambling just seems like a wrong policy, reckless policy, really. And then as folks have been engaging with us as well, they know that on the medical marijuana issue, the legalization of marijuana, the governor had taken, Michael, some executive action, quote unquote, in the weeks leading up to the election. Maybe we just remind folks real quick what the governor did on that front.
Yeah, so Governor Beshear issued an executive order in an attempt to bypass the Kentucky General Assembly, and a lot of news headlines read that the governor legalized medical marijuana. That wasn't really the case. What he did is he tried to use his pardoning power to say, hey, I will pardon all lawbreakers who violate this specific law in Kentucky, because I think it's okay that they violate that law.
Yeah. So obviously serious concerns. I know there's some other legislators have some serious concerns about the governor's continued desire to want to overreach into areas, really take on legislative powers, and so those will be obviously issues we'll be closely watching. But we just continue to be remain optimistic and excited about the prospects of this session. Just strong majorities that care about the issue of life, care about the issue of parental rights, want to see Kentucky families defended and protected, want to see the Lord honored in public policies of the Commonwealth. And to the issues that we're hearing a lot about, a lot of excitement, a lot that folks ran on platforms for were protecting parental rights. As folks know, we have been continuing to encourage folks to to take a stand against some of these encroachments on parental rights that we've been seeing in schools and just a variety of contexts. So we look forward to that issue being a topic of consideration coming forward, and then also the issue of really the LGBT continued overreach, and particularly as it relates to transgender interventions, the concerns about children being targeted for surgeries, for hormone experimentation. There were bills filed on that topic last session that weren't really considered, but we're hearing a lot of desire and interest really for the Kentucky legislators to step up, as other states are considering as well, to address some of these important issues. So we will continue to provide updates as we move forward, but as Michael said, after tomorrow there will kind of be a break in the session through the month of January and the beginning of February. This is a great time to get engaged with us. We will be sending out a special legislative edition of our Kentucky Citizen as we get into February to equip folks. Like I said, our emails, folks, I'll put another plug in. We do a devotional through the week called Let Us Pray, where we kind of break down an issue of the day, encourage folks to think through and pray through an issue biblically. Folks can get signed up for those on our website. But just the last thing I'll leave folks with is, as we're in a new year, new legislative session, as I mentioned before, be in prayer for legislators, for leaders. Look up your legislator, be praying for them. We're going to be encouraging folks to be praying through all legislators through our Let Us Praise as we move forward this session. Just an important time to engage. So that's it for our first update video of what will probably be more as we get further underway in the legislative session. Appreciate you engaging with us, and we look forward to providing more updates as the session